welcome back to Whispers in Wregate, where today we're going to find out who's in Shimmer's house, and if this group is capable of planning this heist properly to finish their vault hunting duties. Shimmer, when we last left you there, you had cast Entangle on somebody standing in your kitchen.
Shimmer's gonna say, "Who the fuck are you?"
Out of game, we were thinking it would be really funny if this is Reginald.
Close. Unfortunately, his name is not Reginald. As he kind of shimmies around and turns towards you. And you find yourself staring at a kind of disheveled, red-headed human. He's got a, oh, you caught me grin on his face. And he goes, hey, it's me, Ronald.
Am I supposed to know you?
No. In fact, it'd probably be better if we never met. But, you asked who I am, that's who I am.
Give us one good reason why we don't cut you down this second.
I feel like murder is still illegal, maybe.
This is self-defense.
You have broken into my house. This is my jurisdiction, my home.
Yeah, but, you weren't here. Breaking and entering is technically not murder legal. There's no stand your ground law,
There is no state here. This is limbo. Of course we can stand our ground here.
I mean, you say that, but the new guy, captain of the guard and all that, he's been putting out some new rules, and those rules say you may or may not be able to kill me right now.
I have yet to hear one good reason we don't cut you down.
Really? I felt like that was a pretty good reason.
Not good enough.
Well, how about you don't cut me down because he's going to Misty Step out the open window that he came in from.
Wait, he came in a window? The door was open.
The door was open, yes. He came in through the window. And he's been using your door to haul your stuff outside.
Can I still see him?
So, I'm sorry. That was a terrible explanation. He's been throwing stuff out the window that he's going to take with him. You can see a pile of your items on what appears to be like a large blanket that also looks like it's yours. Yeah, you can see him. He's just outside the window, and he goes, well, you probably shouldn't kill me because you can't catch me. Haha. And he's going to start running away.
Eldritch Blast.
I'm going to shove him towards us as a bonus action.
With what?
Using telekinesis.
Okay. Jeez.
Strength saving throw, DC 16.
Sorry, which saving throw?
Strength saving throw, DC 16.
Strength saving throw. Okay, here we go. Yep, that's a check. His saving throw is also a +2, so it's a 4.
Yeah, it's only 5 feet towards us, but that's going to give us enough room to be able to catch up to him. Plus, I'll get, move action and
I'm going
and dash action.
While
so
she's doing that, I'm gonna leap out the window and grab his throat.
I thought you were hitting it with an Eldritch Blast.
I was going to until that. If it failed,
Okay.
I was going to.
Okay, so you
And it did not
watch
fail.
as Ronald gets kind of like pushed back against the side of the house as he starts to take off running. You are attempting to dive through an open window. Give me an athletics check.
Hey, 17.
That is pretty good. You successfully managed to dive through the window without any, without any issues, really. As you do so, you attempt to grapple Ronald, who has started giggling uncontrollably, by the way. All you hear is a... as you attempt to grapple him. Yeah, roll me a strength check.
0.
That's a save. Does it make a difference?
Saving throw. Oh, yeah, no, it doesn't.
All right, and I will make it opposed. That's a 13.
I don't think the roll was even needed. But okay.
You never know. You never know. He might have a negative on one of his modifiers.
Yeah.
So he kind of spins slightly out of your grasp. You almost had him. You were so close. Your hands were around his throat, and then he just kind of zipped out from underneath you. And he just continues running. And he is through your backyard and into the alley. Pretty quick. Hey, he's got a 40-foot move speed.
What is his total movement in the round? Because I can still catch him.
With the Misty Step, he moved 15 feet away. You pulled him back 5 feet, so that's 10. And he took off running for 40, so he moved 50 feet away from you.
Okay, so I've got move action 30 feet, cunning action dash 30 feet, action dash 30 feet. I can get 90 feet.
Okay.
I think you only need the 60 feet. If I'm remembering.
If I only need the 60 feet, I'll do just the bonus action.
Okay. He turned to the corner into the alley. You're going to chase after him?
Yeah.
Are you also diving through the window?
No. No need for that.
Are you climbing through the window carefully, or are you going back out the front door? Or the back door?
I guess we could do acrobatics through the window.
You can do acrobatics through the window.
Yeah, we'll do acrobatics through the window.
Okay.
16.
16 is a success. You make your way through the window very easily. And you take off running after Ronald. As you turn the corner into the alley, you see that he has stopped running and is casually walking away as he takes a step out onto the main road. And he only has a passive perception of 10 and does not see you coming.
We'll do Phantasmal Force on the guy to make it look like he is in a cage of fire.
Okay.
Solid fire. And it's only in his brain. Nobody else can see this.
Okay. Is that a save?
That is... the target can use its action to examine the phantasm with an intelligence investigation check against the spell save DC. The target must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, we create this with a 10-foot cube. And that's going to be like a prison of fire.
An intelligence saving throw. You got a 17.
Motherfucker.
Does he win?
Yeah, he wins by 1.
He does notice you casting the spell, though, so he's going to take a quick glance back at you. You're going to see a look of surprise in his face, like, why are you chasing me? And he is going to take off running. He is going to move, and then he is going to move, and he's going to move, and by the time you turn the corner, he's about 100 feet away. Was
he a freaking rogue?
Maybe. He was burglarizing your house. Are you connected in any way with the criminal scene of Wregate?
Yes. Yes.
Roll me a history check to see if you recognize this individual.
22.
With 22, the fact that this particular individual has started outpacing you, and the fact that he told you his name, you recognize him as Ronald Montague, a notorious little sneak thief. And while he doesn't steal from live people, you do know that he does love his breaking and entering. He never really takes things from the people, but he is quite fond of throwing everything outside.
So he's largely harmless, is the idea that Elise is getting.
He is largely harmless. He may take one or two, like if he notices something is super valuable, he might take it. But mostly he puts stuff outside and freaks people out.
Okay. Elise will give up the chase and head back to Shimmer.
Shimmer is like 2 steps, like is waiting for Elise to return, and is probably going, and is contemplating how best to go to the guard about this.
She turns the corner out of breath. He was too fast. It was Ronald Montague. He's a burglar. He's a fool. I don't think he's taken anything from you, but double check your belongings.
She'll nod. Ronald Montague, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is Sydney. That'll be useful when I report this. Regardless of anything's taken, it is getting reported. I don't like the idea of someone breaking into my house.
Absolutely.
Totally understood, milady.
You go back through your backyard and you see all of your stuff sitting on one of your blankets just outside the kitchen window. You notice that your second story window is open as well. So he's clearly just been dropping things off as he's been wandering around your house. Give me a quick perception or investigation roll to see if anything's missing.
Which one do I have higher in? I have higher investigation. I have a higher perception. So I'll do that. 19.
With a quick check of your stuff and then a quizzical look at Elise, and then you go back inside to your kitchen and you open one of the drawers to see your silverware drawer is empty. And while you do see silverware on the blanket itself, all of your spoons are gone.
The thing, like, I also have a thing, not Shimmer, but I have a thing for specific spoons. So this is a player annoys me a lot more than it should.
While you guys are, you spend an hour or two cleaning up the mess, relocking the windows, getting your report ready, and doing all that. I'm gonna jump over to Thaddeus. Thaddeus,
Yes.
You're at work.
Yes, I am.
What are you up to?
Ah, the usual, just building some items, trinkets, and whatnot for the Nota company.
Interesting.
I know, right?
Are you working on anything in particular right now?
Right now, it's my usual workload, whatever they have me assigned to build.
Okay. So
Typically,
you're working.
it's
total.
like their standard products.
Got it. You're working on replicating something that you have in front of you.
Probably
wow.
a Nota phone.
The Nota phone has not been
Nota
released
phone?
to the company yet.
Okay,
It's still in
then
alpha.
Never mind.
But while you're working on that, you get because you stayed in the building, you get a much clearer picture of the things around you. As you're continuing about your day, are you investigating anything else about this heist that you need to be on, or these secret items? Cogs told you that other people had worked on other options. Are you going to seek them out, or are you going to continue?
Yes, I am actually.
Excellent. So you take part of your break to, go back and forth between some of your other artisans. You find a couple of people to talk to. How would you like to go about gathering this information?
So, do you know anything about a secret room?
Just straight to the point, huh?
Zero subtlety.
No fucks given.
Okay.
I know these people. I've worked with them.
Yeah, you do. Roll me a persuasion check.
That would be a 10.
10. You meet a fella by the water cooler. You know that he likes to wander around, chit-chatting with people rather than do his own work. So he's your basic office gossip. And talking with him real quick, you hear from him a lot of additional information. He tells you, "Oh yeah, no, we heard about that. They built like this big old vault underground, and like it's got this secret entrance somewhere in the warehouse. No one knows where it is. But like they put like traps and things in this maze thing that somebody was working on. I hear they've got all sorts of debilitating things like pitfalls and like slides. And one of that, somebody put in like a cage that falls on the ground and then it resets back into the ceiling. That was cool.
Like mousetrap?
No, like it'll fall on top of you and it'll trap you inside and it'll suck you back up into the ceiling. It's crazy.
Okay, well. Do you know anybody else that might have information on this?
I don't know, man. My memory is a little bit hazy.
Does this shiny copper piece jog it?
He looks at you. He looks down at the copper piece and he goes, "I don't know, man.
Does
we probably shouldn't even be talking
piece?
about like secret information, you know?"
Well, it's for an upcoming project.
Roll me another persuasion check. You're technically not lying.
20!
Yeah.
He takes your 2 copper pieces, and he looks back and forth real quick, and he's gonna pull you down, and he's gonna be like, "All right, so do you really want to know what I know? Because a lot of people forget I'm there. I have learned a lot. So here's the thing.
Yeah, I'm asking.
I've learned a couple of things about this, right? So the main door, I've heard, to this vault is almost completely tamper-proof. It was worked on by like 3 different engineers, okay? You need like 2 keys turning at the same time on opposite ends of the door here in order to unlock it, which is crazy. Like, nobody's arms are that long. How you turning 2 keys at once? Who thought that was a good idea?
Okay. Is any of the engineers anybody we know?
Anybody we know? Well, the main engineer, our boss man, he technically knows a little bit about it. We got Rachel over in the corner there. She knows a bit about. You see, her cubicle.
No, I can't talk to Rachel right now. We got into an argument last week.
Ah, see, that'd be a problem. Lucky for you, I already talked to Rachel. You know what she told me?
What'd she tell you?
She told me that she designed a lock that also has a trigger in it. Right? So if you go to pick the lock, and you fail to do so on the first try, it sends out an alarm. It's crazy stuff. I don't know why we didn't think of this sooner.
Why didn't we think of this sooner?
I know. You'd think this kind of thing would be anti-theft real easy. But that's what they pay us for, I guess, is having these big ideas.
I guess. Is there anything else you can tell me?
All right. So, between you and me, right?
Right.
I heard Merrick. All right, Merrick Goldfingers, the dude in the corner, you know, the one who loves working on things in brass.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, he was working on 2 new constructs, and right when they were almost finished, like, boss man swooped in and took them. It's like, these are great, perfect, thank you. He's like, they weren't done. They don't even have a power source. He's like, that's okay, I'll finish them myself. So I think he's gonna try and pass them off for his own work. Merrick's real pissed about it.
Okay. I don't know what to do with that, but I will definitely keep that in mind.
And that's what I know. You wanted to know what I know? That's what I know.
Well, I'm glad you know a lot. You've always been one of the smartest employees here, but don't tell anybody I said that to you.
Sarah. Sarah,
Yeah.
are you following Thaddeus in this?
Yeah.
Are you there with Thaddeus? All right.
Yep.
So, the guy that Thaddeus is talking to, I have immediately forgotten his name. If I even gave him one. He's going to reach down and pat you on the head and be like, you better be careful around boss man. He likes to swoop up creatures like you.
I will stare blankly.
And he's going to take a drink of his water, and he's going to wander toward somebody's cubicle and just strike up a conversation.
You know, Sarah, I can't stand that guy.
Sarah shrugs. Like, I don't know.
At least we got what we came for. I guess we'll just get back to work or do something until the others show up later tonight.
All right, you go back to work, and we'll jump back to Elise and Shimmer. You have cleaned up the mess, and you have gone to give your report with the information that Elise gave you. It was real easy. You to report the guy. You know, you had his name and a description, and he's a frequent flyer to their jail cells.
Perfect.
But you've got about 4 hours now to work on your plan for this heist. What have you got?
I feel like I should have a cook. Unrelated. No tangent, sorry.
Like a private chef?
Yeah, like, this woman she's a noble. She's never stepped foot in a kitchen in her life until now.
Okay.
Like,
after you guys come back.
She stepped foot in the kitchen, but, like, she's never actually cooked.
After you guys go to give the report, and you come back, you find your private chef is in the kitchen putting away groceries. It seems they were out on a shopping trip.
Good, you're back. Can we have 2 meals for the 2 of us?
Oh, you have brought home a guest. This is highly unusual of you.
Yes, business, you see.
Ah, business. You know what is good for business? A nice hearty soup.
Indeed, yes.
You would like a nice hearty soup?
Yes, please.
Excellent. I get cooking right away.
Thank you. And we will go sit in the sitting room and talk.
You go sit in the sitting room. All right. What are you guys talking about?
Plans, presumably. I don't know how to plan a heist.
With no prompting. Elise is pulling out her backpack, getting her forgery kit, making sure she's got like certifications written in like Nota Company approved fonts, so to speak.
Oh, that's right. You wanted to make some forgeries so you have permission to be there.
Just in case, like, this is the backup. If folks get caught, we have something to say. Hey, we were supposed to be here the whole time.
Gotcha. Okay. So as you're working on those, and talking with Shimmer, roll me a. Ooh, that's a tough one, huh? Forgery, huh?
Forgery kit. Yeah, that's full proficiency.
You have your forgeries kit. So roll me a performance check. Roll me a performance check and add your proficiency to it.
Okay, that's gonna be plus 3 in addition to that, so it's 16.
16. That's pretty good. You make some surprisingly good forgeries. These will definitely fool any average guard who looks at them. You're fairly confident in.
So I've got these forgeries really quick. They're not immaculate, they're not perfect, but they'll do for us to get in tonight. And if we meet any resistance, we should be able to get by without scrutiny.
Yeah, Shimmer will nod, take the thing, look at it. Good. This will work wonderfully if needed. Hopefully they won't be needed, though. So what other plans do you have in mind? Things, ideas?
We'll definitely need to look like we belong, which we have covered for the two of us. Our third compatriot, however, we don't have a plan for him. And his robot.
Yes, though he does work as a mechanic or whatever those things do out there, right?
Or whatever.
I have no understanding of mechanics, unfortunately.
I assume since he knows that stuff with his little robot, he would be able to fit in fairly well. So it wouldn't hurt to come up with some sort of form of way to disguise him.
All right.
I believe you're right. I do have my pack. I've got rope, we've got string, we've got oil, we've got a bell. You'd be surprised how useful the bell is when we're trying to figure out if anybody's following us. And I've got ball bearings.
Nice.
It's a very specific set of items.
I do have a disguise kit, so I was hoping that could be used to get me an outfit. Maybe could be used to give us all matching outfits. Matching disguise looks. So we look like a unit of people doing the same thing.
That's perfect.
As you guys are having this conversation, your chef walks in with a puzzled look on their face, and a tray of what appears to be they're kind of like ice cubes, but they're bright red, and they each have a toothpick sitting out of them. And he puts the tray down in front of you, and he goes, well, I hate to say this, but I started to make soup. I found out we have no spoons. So I have made you a borscht, and we have frozen it.
I'm gonna kill that man.
Unless
It's
you want to
fine,
eat from a ladle.
Not particularly, no. I.
Find an idea.
Yeah,
This'll
cold
do.
soup. I hope you'll enjoy.
Could you see to it that we get spoons? And maybe get another, chef, maybe like an assistant for you to go out shopping so you can focus on cooking yourself?
Yes. I shall go find one right away.
Not yet. Later.
He puts on his hat, he puts on his coat, and he walks out the front door.
Well, okay. Well, that works. I will see to applications for that later. But we don't want it to be unguarded again in case of that man. And also, it'd be more useful to have someone else do the shopping, I assume.
All right. Now, completely out of character. Well, I guess it's in session, but out of character. Are there any items that you think you may need that you don't currently have access to?
Not that I can think of.
Yeah, that's what I can think of.
We need a name. We need a gang name. A cool name. That is the most important thing. That is the only thing I know about heist movies is that they have a cool heist name, and they have like a whiteboard with things on them.
It'll come to me. I'll think of it.
Okay. Sarah,
Yes.
you are currently stuck in the warehouse with Thaddeus as he's working. What are you doing?
Well, I was planning on assisting the whole time. So if he walks somewhere to get distracted, I'm just standing next to them.
Don't want to do anything to see if you can up your chances of this heist being successful.
I don't know what to do for that. I asked for the Dungeoneer's kit. That's about it.
Okay. Yeah, all right. You guys, you make your plans separately, I guess. And around 8 o'clock, Shimmer and Elise, you start making your way back to the warehouse. By the time you get there, it's about 8:15. The lights are off, the doors are shut, and you can see one or two guards, patrolling the outside of the building. What would you like to do?
Are the other two already inside?
I don't know.
Are we inside? Bad.
Yeah, we're inside. We just don't know that they're outside.
Did the day count as a planning count as a short rest?
You could take a short rest while you were planning. Sure.
I'm doing that.
Thaddeus and
Yes.
Sarah, if you guys are hiding inside the building while the place was being shut down for the night, roll me a stealth check.
Actually, we're not even really hiding.
Yeah, we're just still doing work.
We're still doing work. We're working late. We're employees. Why would we hide?
It's a much better answer than I was expecting. Yeah,
Seriously,
you're just, you're like one lone light. You can see the light. You can see lights from 2 or 3 other cubicles across the warehouse. People are working late. This isn't unusual. Deadlines are coming up. People are getting projects ready. Sometimes you're in the zone and don't even notice that the day is ended. But yeah, go ahead. You feel comfortable with it.
Huh, Sarah, I wonder where they're at.
I don't know.
Well, they should have been here by now. You want to go outside to see if, just kind of peek outside, see if they're around?
Sure.
Okay.
Sarah will brazenly walk unaccompanied to the front door, open it, look outside for a little bit.
Okay. Shimmer, Elise, roll me a perception check.
20.
15.
Cool. You see one of the main delivery doors open, a tiny silhouette in the light behind it, standing there staring out. Sarah, roll me a perception check.
Nope.
Sarah stares out into the inky blackness of the night for a few moments, sees nothing, and shuts the door with 5.
That one, by the way.
So, Sarah, you look outside, you see no one. Shimmer and Elise, you saw Sarah. So, if nothing else, you know that door at least is unlocked.
But I'm going to make my way to the door stealthily.
Stealthily, at least we'll follow.
I'll make
All
my
right.
way back to Thaddeus, and I'll report that I didn't see them.
Hey, well, you know what, Sarah? This whole heist thing is new to me, so I'm just better off in my own work.
Thaddeus, as you say that, you hear a voice in your head say, "Hey, you should put a rolling ball joint on that guy's feet."
No, I'm not going to do that.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check, Shimmer and Elise. If you're trying to sneak your way up to the door.
It's just fewer
9.
questions. 16.
Well, it comes out to 27 total. Ooh, which is more than just... Ooh, you just barely made it. You barely made it. You just barely beat the 13 group stealth check. You guys wait for the first guard to pass, and you kind of quickly... You sneak your way up to the door. You pull it open. You can see the lantern light of the second guard coming around the corner of the building behind you, and you just kind of slip inside and shut the door behind you. No problem. You can see 4 or 5 lights on in cubicles in the dark of this warehouse, or in the dim light of this warehouse, I should say. And you're not sure which one is Thaddeus's.
We shall begin looking slowly.
Trying to stay out of the light, but looking in to see who's in the light.
Okay. Are you two moving together, or are you moving down separate sides?
Separate would cover more ground.
Yeah. We'll do separate.
Meet back up there after a quick round. Like, have a meeting spot.
Okay. Who's taking the left side? Who's taking the right side?
At least we'll go left.
Then I'll go the other way.
Got it. All right, Elise, you have the first you have the first lighted cubicle, the closest one, anyway. So roll me a stealth and then perception.
28 stealth. 19 perception.
You stick to the shadows, walking briskly so as not to draw attention to yourself. You're fairly certain that in a place as busy as this, anybody walking too slowly probably more easily noticed. So you walk along past this particular person. You see a half-orc in their cubicle working on an odd sparking orb, but no Thaddeus.
Sparking orb.
Yeah, it's just shooting off little bolts of electricity. All right, Shimmer, your turn. You see a light close to the middle of the warehouse. So, stealth and perception.
Stealth is 20, dirty 20, and 13 perception.
You make your way along the route here through the building towards the cubicle light, and you do see a gnome. You see a gnome working on a small metal man, but as you get closer, you realize it's not Thaddeus as you first intended.
Hold on. Thaddeus is a human.
Yeah, I know, and they wrote a poor perception check.
Okay.
They recognized the small metal man. They did not recognize the person working on it. Nope. So not Thaddeus either. We'll go back to Elise. Elise, you can re-roll your stealth check or your perception check.
Okay. I'll reroll stealth. Yeah, I get advantage, and it's higher. 29.
All right. You keep walking along fairly briskly, passing a lot of empty cubicles. You make your way towards surprisingly the far end of the space. You find a light working on in this cubicle. You find a light. This particular cubicle is almost 3/4 covered. Like, it should be a corner cubicle, but it's left to its own devices. Where you find Thaddeus and Sarah standing there, working on what appears to be replicating a project from one side of the bench to the other.
And as a note, I also have ball bearings.
Okay.
Hey, I found them. I'm just kidding. Your stealth is
What?
way too good for me.
Hey there, friend. Hey,
Well, hopefully they'll show up soon.
She'll walk in and whisper, "You're the one that's supposed to be helping us with the vault, correct?"
Hello there.
Did you say something?
Thaddeus doesn't turn around. He doesn't notice that somebody's actually talking to him. He's deep in his work.
Quit
I will
fidgeting with
nudge
that.
Thaddeus on the ankle with my foot.
There's serious coin on the line here. We need full attention.
Sarah's looking at you while nudging Thaddeus.
As you attempt to get Thaddeus' attention while he's engrossed in his work, Shimmer, you can re-roll your stealth check or your perception check.
Perception 22.
Better. You make your way past 2 more cubicles without issue until you come around the corner where you were supposed to meet Elise. You notice that they are not there, so you continue along the path around the second corner, where you find them standing in front of a cubicle, trying to get the attention of the individual inside.
Elise is gonna cast Mage Hand to take whatever tool it is out of his hand and have it come out of the cubicle.
I mean, okay. Thaddeus, roll me a perception check.
So what the hell?
Huh.
Yep.
Oh.
Hit.
That was definitely in my hands. And then I turn around.
Will you quit
All right.
messing around? This is serious.
Oh, you are real. Okay.
Well, that is quite the statement.
Shimmer, you walk up as he's saying that.
Sarah's staring blankly.
All right. 4 of you are back together again. It is after 8. The warehouse is effectively shut down. What's your plan?
My first
Well, I
plan
give
is to
them the
relay all
disguise.
the information to them that I heard earlier from my coworker.
The entrance has a keyhole that, if failed to be picked, has an alarm that goes off to alert everyone to our presence. Maybe the key goes to it?
This is possible.
The key. I wonder if the key goes to that or to a different lock. Hopefully that one, so that we already have a key and don't have to have two of us attempting to pick a lock.
Sarah, roll me a wisdom check.
I think that's a +0. Whoops. Come on, work with me. No, it's not a +0. It's a +2.
You agree that key probably goes to a keyhole. That
Yeah.
you are confident
Somewhere.
in what you were saying.
Somewhere indeed.
This is for your identification in case we are stopped. She'll pass out. Lisa will pass out the forged documents. Now, obviously, we do not want to be seen with these, but just in case, we are examined, we are spoken to, we have identification that reveals us to belong inside the maintenance area.
Ooh.
Okay, I take the paperwork and I say, oh, well, thank you. I hope I don't have to use these.
Okay. As you guys are preparing for this heist, I would like to remind you of the information that Thaddeus got.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
As he was reiterating the information, with Sarah's help, after she gave you what little she could, Thaddeus finished off the information with the fact that the door has 2 keyholes. Correct?
Correct.
Your key probably goes to one of them. The other one will likely have to be picked. But Elise, roll me a wisdom check. See if you remember what was spoken about last session.
Part that I said about the alarm?
Nope.
Okay.
11.
With an 11, you remember it was real quick. Nala, as she introduced you, she said a key was missing. She said that she had one, Talia had one, the night guard had one, and that one of them had gone missing completely.
So one of the night guards is walking around with a key that you could pickpocket remotely.
Big Shan could pickpocket.
It is possible. But you'd have
And
to figure
as
out
a
which
side
one.
note, you do
We have to
have
figure out which one and then be sure we aren't caught.
that inspiration as well.
Yeah.
So
It shouldn't be too much of a problem with the night guards. I typically have to pay them to stay longer.
Oh, that's stupid.
you bribe the night guard.
I bribe the night
Shut
guard
up
to
and let me
stay
work.
longer and work on my projects. Otherwise, they're just going to throw me out.
I mean,
That's fucking absurd.
if it works, it works.
It sounds absurd, but they're like, well, we have our orders. And I'm like, well, I want to finish working on this project. It's for a good thing and we're making money. And they're like, well, we don't care. We're not paid enough. And I'm like, okay, well, fine. Here's some more money. There, now you're paid enough.
I feel like they're not paid enough to care if you're there or not. If they are.
Yeah,
You
You would
Right.
think.
the guards aren't asking for the bribe. He's just offering them the money. And it's like, You grease the wheels. I mean, I don't care if you're here or not, but I'll take whatever you're giving me.
It was totally a failed perception on their deception.
They weren't even deceiving you. They were just saying, "Hey, you know, do whatever the fuck you want." And then you were like, "Oh,
misunderstandings
okay,
are common
Here, take
among
this money."
Thaddeus. He does not get people very well.
It's pretty good. All right. So, you have your information. You know that one of the night guards patrolling currently has an extra key. You know that you need an extra key unless you think you're confident enough to pick the lock once you get there. And you can, you'll be able to spend the next week or so devising this plan out of session because we have gone over time. So on that note, we're going to finish here today. When we come back, we'll find out if our intrepid vault hunters will go out on a limb to see if they can get that second key, or if they're going to go down into the unknown without it. You can find the link to the Discord in the description here. You can come join us, talk to the players, talk to us. You can offer up NPCs and item ideas. We do accept a lot of homebrew things. It's a lot of fun, actually. I make things up all the time. And you can come join us in Whispers and Wregate. I will see you next time. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.